This is the VinFast VF6 and it is coming to India this year. Plus, it will go up against the likes of the Hyundai Creta. But we thought we'll introduce this car quickly to you. So here are 6 things that you really need to know about the VF6 to better understand it. One of the big things about this car, or the impressive things about this car, at least on paper, is that it has sophisticated underpinnings. So in this category, you only get torsion beam axle as the rear suspension because it's cost effective. This one here runs an all independent setup, which means even though it weighs over 2 tons, a little over, we feel the ride and handling balance on this car should be good. But for that, we'll have to wait till we drive it in India. Number 2, now this is the Plus version, and in Vietnam you can also get an Eco version. Generally in VinFast nomenclature, Eco means front wheel drive and Plus means all wheel drive, but this one is a front wheel drive only car, and it might not have the same sort of dynamic ability as an all wheel drive car, but in terms of pricing it should work better. So even though this is the VF6 Plus, it will only be front wheel drive. The other thing you need to know about the VF6 is that it's got very simplistic interiors, as in there are no big buttons and knobs to twiddle and turn. Everything is there in the central touchscreen system, but it is a touchscreen system that is very intuitive, that's very fast and responsive. So the struggle of trying to find how to adjust your rear view mirror through here or your ventilated seats through here is not so much of a struggle. But of course, the shifter, as in moving to D or neutral or reverse, you just have toggles here, so at least that is simplified. And now to the powertrain. So you've got a single motor, that's why only front wheel drive, and it is a battery that's about almost 60 kilowatt hour. So it is slightly more than what you get on the higher spec Creta. And VinFast claims this will get from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in about 9 seconds. So it is slower than the Creta, but then it's also 2 tons in weight. So that is there. In terms of power, you've got around 200 horsepower and 310 Newton meters of torque. So potent powertrain and a reasonably big battery. So we expect that the claimed range, or the ideal range for this, should be about 440 kilometers on a single charge. Now VinFast has made some changes to the VF6 for India, and that includes adding some more storage spaces all around, at the front, at the back, in the doors, and they've made some changes to the seat also. So now the seat is still pretty close to the floor, but they've tried to give it some sort of angle so you have a little more thigh support and you can tuck your feet under the front seat to get a little more purchase. You have this huge sunroof, and overall, space-wise, it's not so great. And in terms of feeling of space also, because of this chunky C-pillar here, it's a little hemmed in. But in terms of shoulder room, in terms of knee room, I think VinFast has tried to adapt the VF6 better. But we'll look at the production car to pass a final judgment on that. And finally, safety. This comes with level 2 ADAS, and so you've got everything from lane keep to adaptive cruise control and automatic braking. Plus, you've got 7 airbags, and crucially, VinFast tells us that this car has been tested, and when it arrives for B and CAP ratings, this is going to score a full 5 stars. So clearly, safety is something that VinFast wants to focus on, and the ingredients are already here. So that is the VF6 for you. We have driven it, but only around the test track, and there isn't a lot of feedback that we have for you in terms of ride or handling. But we will drive this car in India soon. But for now, these are the 6 bits, and we expect that the VF6, when launched in India, given that it is going to go up against the Creta and VinFast is a new name and nobody's really heard about the VF6 so much, they will price it more aggressively around the Creta, maybe lesser, and that should make it a tempting option, if not the default choice. Thank you so much for watching.